Happy Friday from the fabulous Florida Keys. The weekend is here. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. This is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every morning, you will be ahead of most buyers. You'll know about every new listing from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors know about them. That's very valuable information for a buyer to have. I find most buyers wait for a home to come onto Zillow before they inquire about it. And the problem they face there is by the time Zillow puts a home live online, it's been on the multiple listing service a couple days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video each morning, you see something you like, call me right away and I'll make an appointment for you to get inside and take a look. If you like what you see, we can write up a contract and have you under contract on the property before most buyers ever even knew it was available for sale. You can also get a much more detailed description of these listings if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. I'll put that web address in the description of the video below. It has a lot more information on the properties, a lot more details, information on the individual rooms, room dimensions. There'll be photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. If the property happens to be waterfront, it'll show photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage. It's just a lot more information than I can cram into a couple-minute YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com. If you like this video, please let me know. Click that thumbs up like symbol down below. And if you want to see more videos of this nature and keep current with the Florida Keys real estate market and know what's being listed at what prices, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a video just like this every day. Also, make sure you stay to the end of the video. I'm currently running an offer right now where I will contribute $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs, but you have to wait to the end of the video to hear about that. We have 6 new listings to talk about today that have come on the market between Big Pine Key and Key West. Before I tell you about the listings, the state of Florida's legal department makes me cover the boring stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listing. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. The first property we have is a condo in the Truman Annex, which is a neighborhood in Key West's Old Town area. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 513 square foot condo. It's being offered at $799,000. The Truman Annex is a very desirable neighborhood for several reasons. The 2 biggest ones are first the location. You can walk to Duval Street. It's just about a 2 or 3 block walk. You can walk to the new Truman Waterfront Park. You can walk to Mallory Square for the world famous Key West sunset. And it's a quick bicycle ride or a long walk out to Fort Zachary Taylor State Park, which is, in my opinion, the nicest beach we have in Key West. The second feature why people like the Truman Annex, and probably the largest reason why, is they have what's called the transient license. This allows them to rent in 7-day intervals. The majority of Key West is a 30-day minimum rental period by law, so a lot of the investors buy these looking to rent them out. That being said, if you're looking to buy it solely as a rental investment income property, when the Truman Annex was built, these licenses were issued and they were umbrellaed. They go to expire in 2025 and they're going to be revoted on by the city of Key West, whether or not they want to renew them. So if you're buying the property because you absolutely need that rental income, I would hold off on the Truman Annex until 2025 after that vote. My personal opinion, and I want to very much clarify, this is just my opinion, is I think the licenses are going to be renewed. But if you need that money for the income of the rent to pay your bills on the home, I would recommend you stay away until after the vote. I don't want to spend your money based on my opinion and learn the hard way that I'm wrong. The next one is another condo over in Key West's Newtown neighborhood in a condo complex called La Brisa. La Brisa is one of my favorite condo complexes in Key West. It's right across the street from the beach. You either have a direct beach view or a beach of the salt pond and the estuary. You have parking underneath the unit. For each unit has their own private parking space covered underneath the building. There's also plenty of guest parking over there. I've been over there hundreds of times and I've never had a problem parking. They have a tennis court. They have a couple pickleball courts. They have an extremely large pool for a condo complex. It's just short of being Olympic size, which is very large for a condo complex. They have 24-hour gated security to get in. You can't get in the building without having a combination of the gate. And it's directly across the street from Smathers Beach, which is the largest public beach in Key West. This one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,099 square foot condo. It's being offered at $900,000, which is a very good price for a property in La Brisa. Then on Staples Ave in Key West's Newtown neighborhood, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single-family house. It's 2,082 square feet. It has plenty of off-street parking, which is a great feature in Key West. This one's being offered at $1,275,000, which is an excellent buy for a house that size in Key West. Then on Northside Drive in a condo complex called Santa Clara, there's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 736 square foot condo. It's being offered at $545,000, which sounds like a great price for a property in Key West. But this is one where you're going to hear me do something you very rarely hear a realtor do. I'm going to suggest you don't buy it. Santa Clara was recently voted on. They were going to condemn the building. It had such bad concrete issues and spalling issues and construction issues. And then they decided to rebuild it only because most of the people that live there are the labor force of Key West. And the city commission didn't want to displace all those people from their home. But the building was built back in the mid-'80s. It was originally going to be a senior citizen housing project. And the developer ran out of money halfway through, and the concrete shell was up and the rebar. That's where the spalling came in. For those of you not familiar with spalling, every concrete structure has what they call rebar, which is a steel rod going through the concrete every 10 or 12 inches. And the building sat with the rebar exposed, and it's probably only about 500 yards from the ocean. When salt water hits the steel, it rusts and expands, and as it expands, it breaks out the concrete. These structural issues on this property cost each individual unit, each individual owner, a couple $100,000 in an assessment, and you never know if it's going to come back or not. So I would definitely stay away from this one. I recently sold one over there, and I encouraged the buyer so strongly not to buy it that I insisted they signed a very lengthy addendum. And the first sentence and the last sentence in the addendum was, buyer is moving forward with this purchase against realtor's advice. Then in between those two lines, I gave a lengthy description of the concrete damage, a description of the structural damage, and a definition of what the word spalling means. And I insisted the buyer signed it before I went forward with the sale. They signed it, and I haven't heard back from them yet, but it's just waiting for that day to come. Then we go up to Big Pine Key. There's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 951 square foot house on the canal. You have your boat right in the backyard. It's in a subdivision called Eden Pines. It's being offered at $775,000. That's an excellent price for a waterfront house anywhere in the Florida Keys. Then also on Big Pine Key, we have another canal front home with boating. This one's on East Cahill Court. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,388 square foot house with a concrete seawall. This particular canal system has probably the best boating there is available in Big Pine Key. You have a 4-foot draft, which means you can get about a 50 or 60 foot boat in there or a sailboat. And you also go right out into Newfound Harbor, which is one of the widest and deepest boating channels in the lower Keys. And there are no bridges to go under to get out to the open Atlantic and offshore. It's on the Atlantic side. The boating there is excellent. And then if you did want to go to the backside and go to the backcountry for some flats fishing or a day of island hopping, you just go under a bridge right out into Pine Channel and into the backside from there. So you have the best of both worlds with the boating in this house. It's being offered at $1,300,000 against 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,388 square foot. That's an excellent price for a house on East Cahill with that good of boating. That's all we have for today. If you want to see any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, please give me a call, 305 731-0501. Now, as promised, my commitment to contribute $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. If you buy or sell any home with me anywhere in the Florida Keys between now and June 30th of 2024, I will contribute $1,000 of my commission to go right towards your closing costs. I know we're getting fairly close to June and time is tight, so I'm going to extend that a little bit and kick it out a little bit. We do not have to close by June 30th. If you're selling a home, the listing agreement just needs to be signed by June 30th, 2024. If you're buying a home, the contract for purchase and sale just needs to be signed by June 30th, 2024. Then we can go ahead and close after that date, and I will still honor the $1,000 commitment. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to showing you homes in the fabulous Florida Keys. And more importantly, I look forward to making you my neighbor. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.